Victorino, Hanley Ramirez, Josh Beckett, and Adrian Gonzalez has been. And do you think there's a chemistry problem? Do you think that with all these trades in the recent months for the Dodgers, do you think that the chemistry should be off right now, or do you think it is off because of all these trades? And look at here's an example: the Miami Heat. They lost 2 years ago. They made that big trade to get LeBron. They got Chris Bosh. They re-signed Dwayne Wade. And in the first year, they didn't do so well. So do you think the chemistry is off in Los Angeles?
I don't think there's a huge chemistry problem per se in baseball. Really, to me, chemistry isn't that huge. To me, it's not like it is would be in basketball or football, where it's going to depend so much on how your other players are doing to you, like to one person each night. The Dodgers, it's going to be a problem when you throw so many players together at this time during the season. Well, I don't think it's chemistry. I do think it's how these players almost coincide on the field. Their different skills. Hanley is a very different, for lack of a better word, personality. He's a very differently skilled player. He and Adrian Gonzalez have not exactly produced well together in the middle of the lineup, not hitting fourth and fifth. Victorino hasn't been particularly great hitting behind Mark Ellis. I mean, you're hitting behind Mark Ellis. Mark Ellis not exactly known as a great leadoff hitter. Victorino, that's kind of what he's been known for in his career. So it's kind of clashing talents, I have to say. That's kind of how I think of this. I don't think of it as a chemistry problem per se. It's much more of a throwing pieces together and hoping they work, but they don't really go together. It's like trying to fit the wrong puzzle piece in a puzzle.
Yeah, this I agree with you with that. I totally agree with you with that. Like, I think they're just trying to find the pieces still. Unfortunately, it's a little bit late in the year for that to happen. I think that they did a lot. I think they did a lot of trading too late in the season. If they did this during the off season, everybody would be talking about it like they did. But I think there will be more of an impact, better season. You think, and then if Clayton Kershaw was healthy right now, I think the Dodgers have a better possible chance that they will make the playoffs. So not a lot of good things in Los Angeles with the Dodgers, but let's talk about the Angels now. Angels, another team that's disappointed in around Major League Baseball with the acquisition of Albert Pujols, C.J. Wilson. C.J. Wilson is doing has no wins against his former team, the Texas Rangers, this year when he starts against them. So, what do you think is the problem in Los Angeles? They're third place now. They have a possibility. There's a little possibility that they can make it to the playoffs, possibly as a wild card. But do you see them making the playoffs?
No, I don't, and here's why. Mark Trumbo, who I thought all season, if he can keep it going, that's the key to their success, has basically just stopped hitting. He's pulling off the ball so badly right now. You watch him hit, his front shoulder is flying way open. Now, from years of experience playing baseball, I understand that that is the hardest problem to fix in a hitter. You get too ahead of yourself, and it just becomes such a big problem. It gets in your mind. So I don't think he's going to come back and start hitting again. And I think that's the key to their success. All their pitching stuff, their bullpen's been terrible. It's actually been a little better of late. But, you know, this is such a talented team, especially the rotation. The rotation hasn't performed up to expectations. The bullpen, aside from Friere and Downs, has been shaky all season. The offense has been very, very inconsistent. Some days they're the best team in baseball, others they can't hit. You know, collectively, this team is second in runs, second in batting average, fifth in on-base percentage, and fifth in slugging percentage. So obviously a very talented offense. But this season is not their season. It's almost like what you said with the Heat. They didn't win the championship their first year. Next year is the year for the Angels to just take over baseball. Next year is where it's going to happen for the Angels. And next year they bring home their first World Series title. And
They said with pretty much with the Heat, just a year goes by, and if you didn't win a championship, everybody hates you pretty much. It's not a good thing. But for the Angels, they're a young team. They have Mike Trout. He's a future phenom. He's a